All right, folks, this is Sean McVeigh with Sean's Outdoor Adventures. Another special episode coming to you today. Today we're going to go over the Echelon, one of the new target bows for Elite. And I have Josh, who's in charge of product development here. He's going to go over the bow with us to make sure we know what has gone into this bow and what we can expect from it.
Yeah. So we completely redid our target platform this year from the ground up, and it resulted in two different bows. The Echelon 37, which I have here, and an Echelon 39.
And is it just the axle length is the difference between the two?
Brace height's a little bit different as well.
Okay.
So the 39 is a 7-inch brace, the 37 6 3/4.
Okay.
And you're getting about 6 to 7 feet per second more out of the 37 with a shorter brace height.
Now, the guys that you're dealing with in the industry, the archery competition world, are they preferring one to the other? Because I know in the past most people have leaned toward a larger brace height, but with the efficiency of the bows getting better and everything, you see people getting shorter and shorter with that. So what are you seeing as a trend right now?
Yeah. Most of our top level shooters, their preference really falls with the axle to axle, so that the string angle is comfortable and familiar to them. So we're running about 50-50 right now.
So you'll have to shoot them both is what it comes down to.
I expect, since we're in indoor season right now, that the 39 is a little bit more popular now, and as we get outside for 3D, that some guys will switch over to the 37 for a little more speed.
So go over this with us now, and we'll give us a look at what the bow has here.
So one of the main talking points is the cam. It's a new cam, and one of the features on it, Elite has always been known for the rock hard wall with the limb stop system, which we have on this, but now we also have a cable stop option.
Okay.
So you can take the limb stop off, run the cable stop, and you're going to get a little softer feeling back wall. Some of the target guys shooting back tension want to pull into the wall a little bit more. So it gives you something to play with. It comes with 3 different size cable stops, so you can adjust your let off with the 3 different sizes. But that's new for this year. Also new is our cable slide system.
Okay.
This is adjustable in 2 different axes for tuning again. You can adjust this linearly in and out for fletching clearance or for tuning, but you can also angle it in or even angle it out if you wanted to help load your cables to give you the result that you're looking for.
So for someone moving it in and out, is that going to affect your arrow flight mainly? Is that mainly what we're getting out of that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it is a tool that we have on our bows to help with tuning arrow flight. That's adding a little bit more tension or less tension throughout the draw cycle can affect how the arrow leaves the bow.
And that's one thing I was wondering. Especially we see the split limbs coming in now with some of the bows, and I've tinkered with bows a lot, some of you know, and I've always used to manipulating the split limbs with a yoke system and different things like that. So this kind of gives a little bit of an ability to do a little manipulating without having that. So I was wondering how we can achieve that.
Yeah, so we kind of look at it, this is your fine tuning. If you have to adjust beyond that, we space the cams from that point, but the way we build these in the factory and ship them out, you shouldn't have to do any spacing unless. But everyone's grip posture is a little bit different, and that can affect that as well. But it's an all-new riser this year. We really focused on balancing the stress in the riser, top and bottom. What we want to get is around the grip as your center point, even flex in the riser. Everything flexes. We try to make them as rigid as we can, but everything flexes as soon as you put a load on it. So we want the top and the bottom of the riser to be doing the same thing throughout the draw cycle.
Nice. All right, well, I'm going to shoot this. I'm excited. Let me get on the range.
Yep.
This one here is the 37, and it's at 70 pounds. So I'm going to shoot at that. They have it set up with all the stabilizers. I'm going to just shoot them with them on. That can obviously change the feel a little bit, but it's actually nice to feel a target bow set up as it's going to be used for target shooting. So I kind of like that, actually. Let me set my meters up. This one has the cable stops as opposed to the limb stops. You can feel a little give to it. Comes off, well, as far as how solid, it's still fairly solid. There's a little give. Give it like a 8 out of 10 for solid, which is good for a cable stop. And it comes off at about an 8 out of 10, which is again a nice. It's the Echelon 37, 60 pounds, 300 grain arrow. This has the limb stops on it. Solid back wall, a little bit of soft to it, but it's not real rigid. It's nice, and then comes off about 8 out of 10. Even with the limb stops, I do feel like it's a fairly solid. I mean, it has like a, it's when you come into full draw. It's not like some cable stops where you're like, oh, or I mean limb stops where you're feeling jolty. So it's got a softness to it when you're coming into full draw. All right, so now I want to go over the results. What I did is I shot the Echelon 37 at 70 pounds. They also had one set up with a 60-pound limb, so I shot that as well. And then I shot an Echelon 39 at a 60-pound limb as well. So for the one at 70 pounds, I shot it at 350 grain arrow, 450 grain, and 550 grain, just because I've been doing that with all of my reviews. And for the 60-pound limbs, I shot those at with a 300 grain arrow, again, just to hit that IBO standard of 5 grains per pound. So with the Echelon 37 at 70-pound limbs, 350 grain arrow, I came in at 333 feet per second and 74.9 decibels. 450 grains, I came in at 296 feet per second and 75.4 decibels. And this is, by the way, this is all at 30-inch draw length. And then for 550 grain arrow, it was 271 feet per second and 73.3 decibels. For the 60-pound limb bow with the 300 grain tip, I came in at 327 feet per second and 77.2 decibels. The Echelon 39 with the 60-pound limb, 300 grain, I came in at 232 feet per second and 76.3 decibels. Now this was a special review for me because I've never had the opportunity to really shoot a target bow set up for, and maybe one other time I did, as far as when I do reviews. Normally I do reviews with no stabilizers on there, just for the apples to apples comparison, what does the bow do all by itself. But it was neat to be able to shoot a target bow with the target stabilizer set up. And as you could see, if you go back and rewatch the footage when I was shooting, I mean, the bow doesn't move at all. It's just right there in your hand. It's a super smooth, nice shooting bow, and I really enjoyed it. And if you're somebody who's into target shooting, it's definitely one I would say I would encourage you to try out. I mean, I always encourage people to try all the bows, but I enjoyed it very much. So it had a lot of the features that I like in a bow, and it's nice now that they have the option for the limb stop or the cable stop, depending on what your personal preference is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you watch other videos I've done. I do a lot of compound bow review type videos, as well as archery, but a lot of hunting as well if you're into that. I do ask you to subscribe to my channel. My current goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I would love you to help me get there. Maybe share some of my videos with your friends, see if they might jump on board and help me reach my goal. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. I hope you will tune into the next. Next, I'm going to go over the Victory X bow by Elite. So it's another target bow, but the price point is a little lower, so it's a little easier for some people with a tighter budget to get into that bow. I hope you'll stay tuned for that. Until then, take care and God bless.